Blog Talk Radio.
Souls, and welcome to Spiritual Guidance Radio. I'm your host, Catharine, and I hope everyone had a wonderful week this week. So, I wasn't on last week, with things going on with children and all that stuff. So, let's just first go ahead and do this meditation, this cleanse, to really just get us prepared for tonight and to, be able to receive the messages that were meant for today. So if you are able to, I want to encourage you to sit comfortably somewhere, whether it is laying down or, on your bed, on the ground, on a chair, wherever you feel comfortable. And we're going to then close our eyes and take a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. We're going to do that a few times. Then place your hand on your heart. And as we do this, we're going to be in our heart space. And in our heart space, we're going to create that atmosphere, that environment that is calming and peaceful for you. So elements in nature, bodies of water, animals, plants, whatever it is that comes to you that makes you feel at peace and makes you feel at home, and to be able to be still. And as we create that space, we're going to keep taking in those breaths. Take those cleansing breaths into your nose and just blow out all the old energy from within you out through your mouth. And as we place these elements in nature, we're also going to place an open door in our heart space. And we're going to invite our angels and guides. They're going to be surrounding the perimeter of your heart space. And then we're going to have the archangels join us as well. We have Archangel Samuel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Zadkiel, Archangel Jophiel, Archangel Uriel, and Archangel Sandalphon. So they will be right around our energy, surrounding us, and just filling us with their energy of love and light, their individual energies that they bring. And it's going to encircle you just like if you were inside of a tornado. This energy is going to circle around you, and it's going to help expand each and every one of your chakras. So from your root chakra to your sacral chakra, and then to your solar plexus, into your heart chakra, and then to your throat chakra, and then your third eye, and to your crown. And as this light within each of your chakras expands, it expands outside of your body, filling the space, that physical space that you're in, wherever you are right now. As the archangels and your angels and guides help to cleanse your energy, help to cleanse each and every one of your chakras. And we're going to have this rainbow energy come from above, the source energy that goes all the way through from your crown chakra, all the way through to each and every one of your chakras, all the way down. And it's going to make a loop going through your feet, going to make this loop back up to your crown chakra and go through again. And as it makes this loop, it's going to help cleanse, and it's going to help to really transmute the old energy that's stuck within, and help really draw that old energy out to the surface. And as the archangels and source send us this love and light energy, they're going to also be sending you the messages of love, of that light, and also of gratitude as we are in this month of November, as we are drawing closer to the end of this year. It's going to help really to understand those messages of what it is that you need to be grateful for, what it is that we need to see in order to really send out that love and light to those who need it. Keep taking those deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. And as these messages come in, let it come in. Don't hang on to it. Just let it flow in. And those messages that are meant for you are going to stay with you. They're going to resonate with you. It'll be those aha moments as well for you. As we keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. If you're being called to, you can jot down some notes as we do this meditation. And also notice what colors that you see. Because for those who are clairvoyant, there's going to be some colors that come in. And we also have Archangel Raziel stepping forward to help us to understand the message of who it is that you truly are, how amazing that you are, and those gifts that you have. We're going to keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Now the archangels are going to help realign your chakras back into your body. And as they do, they're going to help us to ground our energy. So from our root chakra all the way down to the center of the earth, there's going to be this bright white light of energy, this thick column of energy that goes all the way down. And as this light comes back up, there's going to be this green and blue orb of energy that comes up from the center of the earth. and then to your feet, going all the way up your body, filling each and every cell of your body. And it's going to flow out through your crown chakra. Now flow to the ground, and this energy then is going to spread out to all those who are needing it right now. To all of you who may be listening, to all of those loved ones that we have that may be far away, and then to those who we may not even know, who need this love and light. We're going to keep breathing into your nose and out through your mouth. And when you are ready, you can bring back awareness into your body. And then you can open up your eyes and welcome back. So I hope everyone had an amazing month of October. So we are into November now. And so if you haven't had a chance to see what it is that we should be expecting for the month of November, you can go to my Facebook page to see that post that I had posted online. And you go there by going to facebook.com/spiritual guidance radio, and it'll be right on there for you. But this week, so I'll be talking a little bit more about what to expect this month, but especially this coming week. So this month, excuse me. So this month, after the last couple months of the learning and the healing and the growth that we've had the last couple months, we are going to slow down just a little bit when it comes to the energy this month. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't take action anymore. We're being asked to still take action, but it's going to be more of a flowing energy, slower flow of energy this month. So it's going to be a month where we are asked to just relax and to let the divine work. Let them do their thing. Let go of that control and let them really fill us with that love and light that we need, especially after the last couple months where it may have been tough, with all the healing work and all of the letting go. So this month it's going to be about just letting the divine work and to relax and to really love on yourself. And so this month we're going to be filled with this love and light energy from the divine. And it's going to come in through that gratefulness, that mindset, that gratefulness, and that gratitude mindset. So, especially in the States, when we think about November, we think about Thanksgiving. And there's a reason why Thanksgiving is in this month, because the energy supports it. The energy is there when it comes to gratitude and being thankful for all that we have. And so this month we're going to be just showered with that energy, with those aha moments, with those thoughts that come in from the divine, really asking us to think about all the things that we have, all of the people we have in our lives, all of those things that have been shown to us, and all the growth that we've done this year. This year has been challenging. It wasn't easy. Yes, last year was extremely hard, with the pandemic. But this year, when it came to rebuilding and all of the different ways that we were asked of, and we're still being asked of, it wasn't easy. And so this month, it's all about really just kind of being still and just receiving all of that abundance, and to remember and to have this litmus test, looking back on how much that you have grown this year. And so, we're being reminded that we've all done a lot of growth. We've all been asked to step out of our comfort zones and to take action on those things that we truly want. And so it's going to be important for you to really look at that. And as you journal this month, if you're doing a gratitude journal, being grateful for yourself, for that growth that you've done and how much you have changed and transformed. And through that transformation, that, because you've been growing, you've been helping others to grow as well. So seeing all of that and not, don't think that the little things don't count. Those little things do count. And so it's important for us to see all of that. And as we do some meditating this month and as we do some journaling this month, the archangels and your angels and guides are going to remind you of that growth and of all the things that you've done for others, to help others to grow and to send that love and light to others, but also just helping you and reminding you of all those things that you do have to truly be grateful for. So if you are listening and would love some guidance, if you are not quite sure of what your next steps are, or if you are just feeling as if you need to really talk about what it is that you're going through, especially when it comes to emotions, it's going to be very important for us to release that. So, I encourage you to give me a call today at 714-816-4628, and I would love to speak to you about that and, talk to you about what it is that has been going on with you and what it is that has been on your heart that you really do need to release. And if you are needing some guidance, not quite sure of, where you're headed or what you should be doing, please feel free to give me a call. Also, don't forget to press 1 after dialing that number to be live on air with me. So let's go ahead and take our first caller. We have caller from area code 631. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Long Island. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Yes, I'm calling from Long Island.
Hi. What is your name?
What?
What is your name?
Suzanne.
Hi, Suzanne. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Great. So how can I help you today?
I just wanted a reading about work or love or both.
Okay. So I do have Archangel Shamiel as well as Archangel Raphael stepping forward for you. And it does have to do with both. And when it comes to Archangel Shamiel, he is this archangel, great archangel when it comes to self-love, as well as those loving relationships that, we want with partners. And so, what he's reminding you of is that you are amazing. That's what he's showing me right now first, is that you are amazing and you have so many gifts and so many things to offer, to everyone in this world. And especially when it comes to your family right now, has there been a lot going on with them currently?
Yeah.
Okay. What he wants you to know is that everything is going to be okay. Even though right now it may seem chaotic and it may seem as if there's a lot of emotions going on, to know that everything is going to happen in that perfect timing. So it may be hard to see right now, but it's going to come. Okay? Does that make sense?
I don't know. Lots going on. And I'm going for a job, food service, It's full time.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I need a full-time job. And, and then I'm trying to find the love of my life. I'm not looking anymore because I know God's just going to send me one. I deserve one. And it's just a lot. My parents are moving to Florida. My son's in the military, so I'm going to be all alone.
And they want you to know that you are not going to be alone. That's the thing. When it comes to our angels and guides and our archangels, we're always supported by the divine. So there's always that support. It may not feel like it at some times, but know that they are there. Have you been noticing any angel numbers at all? Any repeating numbers? Any birthdays that you've been noticing?
No.
Okay. So any like 111s or 1111s?
No.
Or 4s?
Nope.
Okay. So, just look out for those because they're there, and they're going to be those signs for you to remind you that they are there for you. Just, first to know that they're there, but also when it comes to work, when it comes to love as well, have you been focusing on looking at those jobs that you really want?
No, not really, because there's a lot of jobs. I have a job that's exhausting. I have to work and I have to get something full time, and I just can't, wait forever. So I'm taking something full time, and it is what it is. I'm working as a lunch monitor. Then they have me subbing, but if I'm good enough to sub, but not good enough to be the aide, I just can't keep subbing.
Mm-hmm. When it comes to looking for that job, remember
I'm not looking anymore. I have one. I'm not going to look anymore.
Okay.
It's exhausting.
Okay.
I can't. I need full time, and I got to take it. And with love, I'm not looking at. With love, I met a man at the grocery store, and he seemed to just caught each other's eyes. We smiled. We exchanged his numbers, but I think he's just going through a divorce or something. And then I met another man at the bank. We didn't exchange numbers, but at least I think people are looking at me now and stuff. But I don't know what you're going to say. You're just going to say, "Oh, it's going to happen."
No. What I was going to actually say, we have Archangel Raphael stepping forward, and it's going to be important for you to really see just that. Have you done any journaling lately?
The journaling's not going to help. I'm putting affirmations down on paper. I don't know what to say. I thought there was readings where you could see the future or something. I know the angels are with me. I know God's with me. I know positivity, loving yourself, and writing affirmations. I know all that.
Now, when it comes to the angels, though, it's important for us to take our part in this.
Oh, I am taking my part. I couldn't take any more part than you know what I'm getting at?
And when it comes to journaling, it actually does a lot for us when it comes to healing work. And so, I want to encourage you to, do some journaling on your past relationships and what it is that's gone on so that you can really see what it is that you need to heal from having all those different relationships in the past. So it is important for you to do some journaling, and that's why I do mention that a lot, because when we do journaling and just bring out all those things that are within us, it really helps to get rid of that old energy that's within. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Let's go on to our next caller. We have area code 845. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi. Hello?
Hi. Yes. Hello, who's
How
this?
are you? My name is Maria. I call from New York.
Hi, Maria. How are you today?
Fine, have you? Thank you for taking the call. So you got a message from the Angelic for me, please?
Yes. Archangel Raphael and Archangel Gabriel, as well as Archangel Samuel, are stepping forward for you. And so they're stepping forward because it's going to be very important for you to keep working on yourself. I know I think I've mentioned this to you before, but, you know, in the midst of everything that's going on with your family, with other people, it's really important for you to take some time for you, to really do some meditating, do some journaling, and also do some fun things for yourself. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes, so it's really important for you to really enjoy the present moment right now. So, you know, doing some stuff that you love to do right now, and focusing on the present, focusing on right now. Don't focus on the future. Don't think about, you know, what it is that you want to do later on, but focus on right now and what you have right now, okay? And that's going to open up a lot of that energy, that new energy that's going to help you to know what it is that you need to do next. So it's important for you to focus on the present, you know, being happy right now, raising your vibration right now, doing those things that you love right now. And as you do that, you're going to get those messages from the divine on what it is that your next step is. Okay?
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for taking me. Take care.
You are very welcome. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. Let's go to our next caller. We have area code 415. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Jessica from New Jersey, currently, soon to be in Pennsylvania. Hi.
Oh, wonderful. How are you doing?
Oh, my God. It's an intense day. It's so I am doing wonderful. I am taking lots of risks. I am flying a lot, you know, like sort of metaphorically, let's say, and I'm really stepping into my dream life. And with that said, I have been noticing how I am bumping up against some old thoughts that do not serve me, and I have been, it's just a little frustrating. I mean, I know that it's like just let them go, but they've just been, it's going to make me cry because it's just so frustrating, like just like long days at times and like intense. It's just, sometimes you're kind of like, well, how do I really let them go? And then I think I do, like I'm getting ready for bed. I'm going to meditate again. I'm going to read journal about like, because I'm looking for a new home. I spoke to you like several months ago and I was like, hey, if I go from here and move to a 5-acre or a 10-acre farm with like horses, cows, blah, 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 then it's worth it. And now I'm here with that, and it's a situation where I'm looking to rent a place, like a house. Like I see myself in this like sort of like a log cabin or like a cottage on like lots of green land, like lots of grass. I actually see cows in my backyard. Like I see them coming up to my deck. Like I see myself with a short deck. I see myself drinking tea and like petting the cows and like looking forward to seeing them every day. And I know the area where I want to go. Like I've driven out there And I've had magical things happen, and when I'm out there, I'm like super giddy, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm in heaven. Like I didn't even know this place existed. And and it's a thing of like, I gave notice at my apartment complex here. And I have it in, like, so I'm going to be out before the end of the month. And I actually see myself moving by like the 10th or the 15th, but I haven't found a place yet. And like things are coming up for me of like, it's just like kind of stressful. And like I was very calm about it, but then like, Spirit will throw in these like funny things for me. Like, like I was very relaxed about it and like in this flow. And then what happened was, like, I got news that they were putting in smart meters in my apartment complex. And I don't know if you know anything about that. I won't go into it, but it's, like, it's not good. And I tried to, like, rally the troops around here as far as, like, the dangers of it. And it just wasn't happening. And I was like, okay, fine. That's a sign. It's time to go. Like I've been waiting for my sign that it's like time to go. And like, that was like the catalyst. And, I've just been like gathering. So like, I get these like sort of, anxiety moments that like, you better hurry up because they're going to install these like smart meters soon there. And they're kind of close to my apartment. And I'm already overly sensitive to, like, the EMFs. And today I was, like, sort of relaxed a little bit, like chilling out. I went for a walk to the park, and I see this sign hanging up from the electric company saying, like, don't park in the parking lot, like, all day today. And I'm like, oh, my God, like, you know what that, like, to me, that was like, oh, I know what that means. They must be switching out to the smart meters today. And I was, like, upset. Like, right away I get triggered. And, like, I'm speaking to Spirit. And I'm like, you know what? I've been doing so good. I've been, like, this whole new me going after looking for places. I've been very trusting and in this flow and, like, not overworking. And I was like, you know what? Just get dressed. You'll make phone calls today. And if you need to start working outside the house, like you can just go, whatever. So I kind of came up with this plan. I'm going down, doing my laundry, and I see the electric people coming. Because I was like saying to Spirit, I'm like, I don't understand because I feel like you're punishing me because now I'm stressed out that I haven't found a place yet. And now I'm going to have this like extra radiation going on. And I was like, I don't understand this. This is like sort of upsetting to me. I've been working really hard to like make this happen, very dedicated to it. Anyway, I end up getting my laundry. I see two guys from the electric company. I was like, oh, what are you guys doing? What are you doing here today? And he's like, oh, we're just putting down like pavement, so like concrete. And I was like, oh, okay, no smart meters? They're like, no, we don't do that. So I started laughing with my guides. I was like, okay, you're messing with me, and you got me calling all these different realtors today. So I've been, like, very kind of in good spirits of, like, laughing a lot at, like, how Spirit's kind of, like, getting me to, like, move me a little bit faster at times. But, like, I just feel, like, a little bit frustrated because I don't think I'm really holding the space as strongly as I should for my vision to appear, and I see myself sort of like settling a little bit. That's a pattern for me, and I know if I just believed that I can get this, because I happened to speak to someone today that's representing like basically a house that you're living on your own on a horse farm, which is absolutely perfect, but I go on to, like, the Google reviews, and it sounds like these people have, like, awful reviews that they were, like, abusing their horses. I was like, oh, my God. Like, this thing would have been perfect, but, like, I'm also sort of looking to be living with my community. Like, so Spirit's, like, really giving me a lot. Like, it's my desires, but it's, like, I really want to find my tribe and, like, live with my tribe. It's not, like, just a house or apartment. I really want to be with like-minded people. So it's just, I'm sorry to babble, but it's just like a lot of stuff on my mind. I just feel kind of, I am going to go into like, I missed your meditation here, but I came in the middle of it. But like, I just feel like, I guess I kind of feel like a little stressed today. I feel like I'm going to cry right now, actually. It's just a bit much. Like, it's like when you really need certain thoughts to clear and like, I don't know, I'm just, and then on top of that too, like, I'm on this like COVID rental assistance thing that, you know, the government like pays your rent. And I've had to get over like feeling embarrassed about like saying that to people, that I'm like still a good candidate and I'm worthy to be living in these places. Like the government's paying for this. And I'm already improved in New Jersey. I was going to transfer it to Pennsylvania, but it's sort of like, you find a place, and then on top of it, it's like, oh, by the way, will you be okay with accepting this? So, like, you know, Spirit's kind of giving me, again, like, it kind of makes me, like, a little laugh, because I'm like, okay, I see how you guys are really giving me these, like, little things that, like, to show, like, I am worthy, like, this is not a big deal, like, you know, like, I could do it, I can make it happen. All right, I'll stop. I kind of have just like a headache.
Oh, no,
I'm tired.
You know, at first, you know, you never need to apologize for talking, okay? This is what I'm here for. This is your platform, okay? So, and I had said in the beginning as well, if there was something on your mind, on your chest, on your heart, to share it. So there's no need to apologize for that. Second,
and I really appreciate that about you. That's like a beautiful, beautiful gift. I love that you offer that, because some of us just do need to share, and it's not like we're complaining about the same thing over and over again. Like, I do tons of work, so it's like these new things come up, you know? Yeah, you know.
Yes. And so I have, as soon as I had you on the phone, I actually had Archangel Samuel, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Gabriel step forward, and Archangel Uriel. So they're stepping forward for you because first they kept saying, slow down. Okay.
Yeah.
So this month, this whole energy this month is about slowing down just a little bit. The energy is going to slow down a little. So that's why you're feeling a lot of resistance. Because you're trying to go too fast, and the divine saying, nope, you know, you have to hold back a little bit. So they want you to just slow down a little bit first. Also, it's about divine timing. I believe I talked about it a few weeks back, but there's we always want so much to do. We want to go, and we want to take those next steps. But there's sometimes that even though the divine shows you what it is that your next step is, there's sometimes that timing where they say, wait just a little bit, okay? And that does have to do with limiting beliefs that we need to let go of. So for you, it's about control, letting go of control. And you kind of knew that as well. They kind of showed you that. But, you know, they really want you to let go of that control and just let things flow, okay? So even though in the last few months you were go, and a lot of things were happening so fast for you because you were doing a lot of growth, now it's time for you to just take a break. It's time to relax, time to just let things happen as it should, because there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes that we can't see. But it's happening, and they want you to know that it's all going to work out the way it's supposed to. And it's all going to work out. We could push all we want, but the same thing's going to happen. It's just when we push, it may take a little bit longer because we feel as if it's taking longer. Does that make sense?
Yes. So I have a question about that, because this is the thing that was bothering me today. So like yesterday, I was just resting, and I was watching this show that I like, which I hardly ever watch TV anymore. And I wanted to just rest again today because I was packing up also. And but when I went out in the morning and I saw this sign, that's what triggered me. And I played it around in my head. I was like, you know what? I'm in control of my matrix. So I should just be like, whatever, this is fine. I'm still going to just relax. But so I don't know if I failed, if they were giving me a little bit of a test today, or if I was supposed to kind of push it a little bit and make some phone calls. And because I keep feeling like go to Pennsylvania, but then today I was like, when I had that triggering, I was like, let me just call around in this area in New Jersey that I like, which is close to Pennsylvania, but I keep feeling like I want to cross the border, or that I should. So I don't really understand what that was about today. And so maybe you have an idea, because I was relaxing and I was really in the flow of you know what, I know it's going to work out. I'm clearing the old, because I've had other experiences that I had to move in a really fast time and it ended up being a very bumpy type of thing. And I'm like, I'm past that. It's going to be fine. I'll be out of here very soon. I know it's going to happen quickly. Let me just relax. So, but I mean, I hate to say, did I fail today? But what was that?
No. So first, I want you to get that mindset of failure out of your mind, because it's never a failure, but it's also always a lesson for us. So if you are triggered, there's something that you have to work on there. And even though you've worked on it before, you're on a new level. You've up-leveled, and so you're on this new level. And whenever we up-level, there's another layer of healing that we have to do. And so that's why that was a trigger for you, because there was a deeper layer that you have to heal from. And so even though you may have healed a layer before, now because you have moved forward, you've really, taken your next steps, you're on this new level, and so there's going to be another layer of healing. So we have to remember that our life is all lessons that we need to learn from and to heal and let go of. And so it's a journey, healing journey that we're on. And so that was another. I wouldn't call it a test, but it's another lesson, for you to really see and to heal that next level. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I see. It's not letting those smart meters have fear over me, because I let it go. I did actually kind of stopped having paranoia about it a week or two ago, and I was like, I'm not going to wake up anxious every day. This will happen when it happens, and I was telling Spirit to push it off till December anyway, so when I would already be out of here. So I should have just I did have the intuition to just still relax and chill out and just do whatever, and instead I was burning my adrenals, I guess, and and I feel bad about that. I'm tired. I've been tired. I do want to relax into this. So
always trust your feelings. Yeah. You have that gift of, really being able to feel into things. And so it's really important for you to listen to that whenever you're feeling exhausted. Really listen to your body. It's telling you something. It's telling you, nope, you got to take some time for yourself and get that rest. And whenever you feel resistance, just like you did, you need to just kind of back off, and rest as you need to. And this month is going to be a slower month for you. I know you're going to want to go, but, they're letting you know that it's time to just, let things go, let things happen as it should, and just trust that everything's going to happen in its timing. So even though a lot of things may seem like it's going wrong, to know that in the background, the divine is working behind the scenes to make everything right for you. Okay?
So do I, this is the thought in my head a lot of, and I kind of, joke around with spirit when I'm, journaling and stuff like that, is, I gave the notice to my apartment complex, so I need to, or I want to be out of this apartment before the end of the month. That's how that goes when you give notice.
Yep, and end of the month, there's still a few weeks left, so you never know what's going to happen in that time.
Right. Which is the other hilarious joke and the adventure that Spirit is taking me on. And most of the time I have been really good of this is fun, this is all going to work out, I'm really in good spirits this time. Like I said, I've gone through this twice before, and I was nervous wreck, crazy, 24 hours a day. I don't have that at all. It's very, it's very minor. I consider it I don't have it at all now. But I go, at what point do I start freaking out? Is it on what date? I could be cool now because, hey, it's only the 5th. But I'll say to my guides, at what time, I see myself moving around the 10th or the 15th, but and I see myself eating Thanksgiving with my new community, this long table with the farm people, and I see these visions, but it's well, then don't just see them as visions, know that they're true. And then that's that limiting belief again, which again, if you just let yourself relax, and it's you start to accept it more. But so
yep,
yeah.
You let it go. Yep, you've seen it. So now you just have to let it go and trust that the divine is going to bring it for you. You do have this great gift of clairvoyance, that this premonition, so trust in that, and then you just have to let things happen, let things flow. Okay, so don't worry about anything if those thoughts still come up, to talk with your guides, to do some journaling on that. Why does that keep coming up? Why do you have that need to control everything so that you can be where you want to be at that time? Where does that come from? Where does that stem from? To just go back to that. And I'm sure you have a lot of things coming in right now as I'm talking about that.
Yeah, I do. I get afraid. That's what happens. I have these trigger events. I've always that literally is my pattern. Is that I'll be calm, cool, collective in my own flow, and then usually it's it used to always be my mom, or some drama. Because I went through some drama. That was my last experience that I had to get out of the house really quick. So it was drama with my parents that I would be calm, cool, collected in my own flow, and then they would have some hissy fit about something, and then I'd be oh God, now I got to get So I see that still happening. That's what the smart meters does to me. I'll be calm, cool, and then it's I see the smart meter sign, which Spirit was haha, just kidding. We gotcha. Today they're just putting down concrete, and I'm okay. So, all right, I'll work on that.
Yes,
because
so,
I don't want to have that
remember,
anymore. Yeah.
Yep, and remember that, just like you had mentioned, it was your parents' work that they needed to do. When it came to that rush, you have to control everything. You have to make sure that it works, and remember just how you were, calm and collected, and that's who it is that you are, who you truly are. But you have, taken some of what your parents were going through as your own. So now you have to remember that it was their things that they needed to heal and let go of, and not yours. And so to have that mindset as you do this work of letting go, to know, remember that it was their things that they needed to heal. But you know who it is that you are when it comes to that calm person. So to remember that and to really go back to that, okay?
I love that. Thank you so much. I really enjoy you, and I love, like, you're just so calm and loving, and, like, it's so wonderful. Thank you so much, and I wish that you do have your show earlier, but it's okay because it gives me the opportunity to just be in my own energy and, like, okay, just trust myself too. So yes. I do appreciate that as well.
And you know what? If you ever need to reach out to me, you can do that by going to, if you go to facebook.com/Spiritual Guidance Radio, the name of the show, you can always message me at any time, okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much. I love you.
I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Oh, thank you so much. That's
You're welcome.
Just, it really, it makes me dance inside when, I'm able to help others, and this is why I'm here.
That's lovely. Well, thank you so much. Bless you.
Have a great weekend. Okay?
Thank you. You too. All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Let's go to our next caller. We have area code 845. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from? Hello, area code 845. Are you there? All right, we'll try back later. Let's see here. We have area code 310. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Vince. Hello.
Oh, what was your name? Yes.
Vince. Hey, how are you?
Hi, Vince. How are you? I'm good,
thank you. I'm doing okay. Yeah.
Great.
So, I just wanted to find out, I was recently suspended. I've been at this job for a little over about 3.5 months, and on Monday or Tuesday I was suspended because somebody told the management that I did an unsafe act. I went into a machine without locking it out and tagging it, and which I did not do. I was cleaning in the machine, but I stayed away from any moving parts that could harm me, and that's what I told them. So they suspended me pending investigation. They said it could take 1 to 3 weeks before they make a decision. So I want to find out if you see me getting reinstated at this job, and also too, I had a job interview with their competitor. And I'm wondering if they're going to be offering me a job.
Okay, so I have Archangel Raphael and Archangel Gabriel, as well as Archangel Shamiel. He's been around today, stepping forward for you. Let me ask you, is this a job that you with this happening, how did it feel when, you were put on suspension?
Betrayed, violated, called a liar.
Okay.
Because basically,
now when it came,
but the thing is, if I do get reinstated, I will get back pay and everything. So.
Okay. Now, is it a job that you really want?
Financially and being close to home, yes. In a lot of ways, yes, because the money will be good once I go full time. Because right now I'm only a temp. If I was full time, they would not have been able to suspend me. They would have been able to do something else, but definitely not suspend me because of the union. But because I'm only a temp, I was hired as a temp to go full time, and it's been over 3.5 months, and it hasn't happened yet. So.
Okay. Are you happy at this job? Not thinking about money, not thinking about.
Okay.
That's.
I'm content.
Okay, you're content, but.
There's still a lot of issues, but see, the thing is, a lot of people there like me. I do like the job. It's kind of easy work for the most part. There's just a lot of good things about it. It's close to home. But I question.
You had mentioned. Go ahead.
I question the way the management operates the place.
Okay. Now, you had mentioned a competitor. What were they offering for you?
Well, I just had a Zoom interview online on Monday. I left. I took my last break right at the end of the day just so I could do this job interview over the line, and they said they'd let me know in about a week or two.
Okay.
So
now, after having this interview, how did you feel about it?
I felt good about it. I felt like they're like on the, let's say, if you're on a teeter-totter and you're right, just staying stable, you're not going up or down, that's kind of how I feel right now. And they're like just kind of weighing the odds at this point. They said they had other people to interview still, and they'll let me know.
Okay. Now, after having done that interview and having been at this other job, and now with this whole suspension, do you see any? Is there one side that you'd rather be than the other?
Well, I would like to stay with this job only because it's owned and operated by a huge brewery, and I have like if I get in full time, and let's say a year from now, I go to them and I say, hey, I want to go to the brewery located in this state. Like if I want to go back to California and everything, and if there's an opening, they could transfer me. So in that way, it's really good. I don't know about the other place though, because the other place they do have locations throughout the states as well. So I don't know how easy it would be to transfer to another state if I wanted to once they get in full time.
Mm-hmm. So is this the interview that you just did? Is that for a full-time position?
No, this would be a full-time permanent thing. So I would get benefits, full pay, everything. I would be making very good money. Now, if I got into if this company that I'm with right now, they're suspending me, if they came to me and said we want to make you full time, then I would be making about the same money as the other place is offering.
Okay. So now when it comes to both of these jobs, I want you to really pay attention to those red flags. You had mentioned about the management not being that, kind of iffy there with your current position. So how do you see that when it comes to this this interview that you did? Do you feel better about when it comes to management?
I feel that they do have their act together. And I do feel that they're a little bit more well organized. Plus, too, that it's not just the competitor, but they've also expanded into the aerospace and other avenues as well. So they're a huge growing company.
Okay. So now I'm asking you all of these questions because it leads to trusting in your intuition here. So it's going to be important for you to kind of set aside the financial part, the security part. But what is it that you feel better in when it comes to the job? Which feels better to you? Okay. So yes, you don't have the interview that you did today. You don't have that position just yet. But, you have to believe that if it is something that you really want, that everything would fall into place for you. So, what is it that you really want? And also out of the, going through this interview today and what you've been through with your current position, is there another place you could look into that's going to look even better for you and feel better for you? Okay? So are there other positions that you are looking into right now?
Yeah, and in fact, it's really funny that you should mention that because there's a couple of situations here. First of all, the job that I got suspended from on Tuesday, I had a dream last night. This girl called me and said that the manager wants to see you, wants you to come in and see you. And I came in to meet with them, and she's handed me a piece of paper and said, "You've been reinstated, but this is your last chance." And then the girl who handed me the paper, I said to her, "Who are you?" And she said, "My name is Michelle, and I've been authorized to do this for you. And I'm really glad that you're back." And it's funny because the girl that works for HR at this place, her name is Michelle. and I didn't put it together until I woke up this morning. So that's the funny thing.
That's
now
awesome.
Yeah. Now here's the other thing. I have a job opportunity. I had an interview this morning, at a huge chemical corporation where the money is really good. It's about an hour drive from where I live. It's a good company to work for from what I've seen and what I've heard. So they send me an assessment test, which I will be taking tomorrow online. If I pass the test, the next step is to bring me in for a one-on-one interview in person. The other thing is I used to work, right now I live in upstate New York. And I back in May, I got a job with the Coca-Cola company in Massachusetts, in Northampton, Massachusetts. It's a 2.5-hour drive from where I live. So I was there for about 3 months, and I was sleeping in my car because it's such a long distance for me to drive every day. So because I was working like 3 or 4 days on and then 3 or 4 days off. Oh. And I called them. They want me back. They're willing to pay me more than I was making before. The only problem is in 2 years that plant is closing, but they did tell me that there's a plant that just renovated, spend millions of dollars renovating in Hartford, Connecticut, that they would transfer me to if I'd be interested in staying with the company. And they're also giving
you have a lot of options.
Yeah, so this place is Coke, and then the other place is the chemical company. Then the other place that I had the Zoom interview on that I'm waiting to hear from is the name of that company is Ball, and the other company that I'm suspended from right now is their initials are AB, and they're owned and operated by a brewery, but it's a metal company.
Now this is all really up to you. You have to listen to your gut on this. You have to listen to those red flags. If there's any red flags, you need to pay attention to that. And then, when it comes to it, I just heard you light up when you talked about a couple of those companies. So pay attention to that as well, because that is a sign that, that's something that you really want. So don't be afraid to go after what it is that you really want, okay?
Well, here's the thing, and this is what I was telling my wife earlier today, was I said to her that if this company that I suspended from, if they call me in and offer me my job back, before I say yes, I'm going to tell them, I'm going to sit down with the plant manager and I'm going to say to them, okay, I've had enough. I've worked here for 3.5 months. You have hired at least 20 people, same position as me, but you've hired them full-time, permanent. I've proven myself to be a hard worker. You told me 2 weeks ago that you've heard nothing but great things about me from other people and my work performance and ethics. You've seen me in action and everything. So here's the thing, is if you want me back, I want to come back, but I want full-time, permanent position. I don't want to be coming back as a temp this time. And this is what I'm going to say to them.
That's wonderful, yes. And that's why Archangel Gabriel was stepping forward for you, because he wants you to really speak up. It's important for you to communicate what it is that you really want, because you do have all these different options. So, but is it what it is that you want, especially after the suspension, and especially when you told me about their management. So, really look into all of that and really, pay attention to those red flags and to go after what it is that excites you, okay?
Right.
Wonderful. Do you have any other questions for me?
Yeah, I do. So, what do you think? Which do you think I'm gonna pick? Do you think I'm gonna go back to the other job and they're gonna offer me a full-time position?
This is all up to you. You have to trust in your intuition. It's important for you to trust in who it is that you are. Listen to that gut of yours, and go after that thing that you really want. Don't do something that that doesn't make you happy, because even though it may pay well, it's important that you do those things that really make you happy, so that it's not only going to affect you, but it's going to affect your wife. Do you have any kids?
No, I mean they're grown and gone from another marriage. So.
Okay. So, but, right now it's so important that you do those things that you really want to do, especially, if your kids are grown and gone. Now, you don't have to worry too much about, the finance part. So, do those things that you really love, that makes you want to go to work. Okay?
Yeah. And I do have one more question. I submitted about a couple of months ago. I submitted a book that I wrote. It's kind of like, are you familiar with Goodfellas or Casino?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Well, they were like true story of the mobsters, teamsters, and what they did and everything like that. Well, my book is kind of similar. It's real true to life. And anyway, I submitted it to a publisher. They sent me an email. They seem to be interested, so I'm wondering if I should pursue it with them and if it's going to go anywhere, because I've got a couple of other books in mind that I want to do as well.
If it is something that you truly love to do, go for it. Okay?
Yeah,
this
I do.
all ties in with the whole job thing too. So it's about trusting in yourself. Really trust in who it is that you are, because your intuition and your gut is never going to be wrong. So really follow your gut, follow what it is that you really want to do and that makes you happy. And if writing these books makes you happy, go for it. Okay?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, because this book that I submitted tells a real horrific true story of the Teamsters Union, the history, what I went through, what other people went through, everything. The next book I have in mind is, Do You Really, I already have a title of it for it called Do You Really Know Your Religion? And I go after religious leaders who have brainwashed, sexually assaulted children, like all kinds of things, because I grew up, I was forced to become a Roman Catholic because of my parents. And I've seen the horrific things.
So you'll be sharing your story, sharing your truth there.
Yes, because I want everyone to know what it's like on the inside and behind the scenes. And, I mean, I have kept documents and newspaper stories and everything about priests sexually assaulting nuns. A couple of brothers, this one guy who found a priest retired in old age home and beat him up to really bad pulp, and he had to face a trial. Like all kinds of stuff. So I'm a truth seeker, and I want people to know the truth about the stuff out there, and that's what my books are going to be about. So
good. If it really lights you up, like you just talked about, it seems like this is what you're supposed to do. Go after it. Don't let anyone tell you. If someone says no to that book, move on to the next, because if it's something that you are passionate about, if it is something that you're passionate about, there's going to be someone that's going to be looking for what you're offering. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing.
So keep at it. Yep, keep at it, okay? All right. Well,
thank you.
It was great talking to you. Yes. Have a great
nice talking
weekend.
with you. You too.
Thank you. All right, let's go to
bye-bye.
our next caller. We have area code 929. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Savannah. I'm calling from Pennsylvania.
I didn't catch your name. What was that again?
Savannah.
I'm sorry. Can you spell that?
C-E-V as in Victor, O-N-A.
Oh, Savannah. Oh, that's a lovely name. Oh, Savannah. Oh, okay, Savannah. Okay. So how can I help you today?
I just wanted to know something based on my daughter's modeling.
Okay. So you said it was your daughter?
Yeah, I paid for her to get into this VIP program with some lady I found on Instagram, and then what she promotes, my daughter didn't get into that extent, and I just wanted to get a better outlook because I also have a course from the same lady that I could just enroll her and put her into things myself. But I chose to go the VIP route, and I'm just a little confused on to why she didn't make it, and I think it's because of her pictures. It's was it the pictures not good enough, or was it just wasn't enough time? That would make sense too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I'm not getting a message about her, but I do have a message when it comes to you. And
really?
Usually that's kind of, yes. That's kind of how the divine likes to do this. So when it comes to archangels. So I have Archangel Samuel stepping forward for you.
Is it my fault to then make it, or is it something else?
So it has to do with the limiting beliefs that you have, okay? So Archangel Samuel and Archangel Raphael and Archangel Gabriel are stepping forward, and Archangel Uriel. So Archangel Uriel has to do with your power, your personal power. Archangel Samuel has to do with love, self-love and that unconditional love. And they're stepping forward because they really want you to know that you are an amazing person, a magnificent person for your daughter and for a lot of other people in your life. And so they want you to really see this within you, because what you're exuding out when it comes to your energy is going to affect your daughter. Okay, so I guess it does have to do with your daughter as well. But there's sense. So a lot of things, you've been through a lot, haven't you, in the past, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to childhood?
Yeah, my living circumstance, a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Because, I really feel that there's a lot going on in your heart chakra. So a lot of old energy, a lot of things that you need to really bring out. So do you do any journaling right now?
Not much, but some.
Okay.
I feel like I'm destined to be a writer, and I have carpal tunnel syndrome, so that kind of, I feel like it associates with my writer's block, carpal tunnel syndrome, just that pain and not wanting to write. But prior to the carpal tunnel, all I did was write, and I still do write, but not as much. And it's not much that I write, but I do write.
Mm-hmm. Now, remember, you could also record what it is that you want to write. So you have that option as well.
Even with that, I've gotten readings for years that says the same thing as far as recording, but I love paper and pen, and me not being able to write to the extent that I would like to because of the carpal tunnel. It's a bad trigger. It's a real trigger, and it puts me in a bad space as far as writing. So I want to write children's books, and I want to write a book like an autobiography, and just I want like a series as far as things I've been through, or even a sitcom. And I know it's I know it's possible. It's very possible. I just gotta align with it.
Now, yeah. So right now, you have so much within you, that old energy that I was talking about. That's what's getting you that block. You know, that's what's blocking you from being able to write what it is that you want to write. And so journaling out all those things that you've been through in the past is going to be very helpful for you. Doesn't matter where you start. And I believe you already have some thoughts that's coming in for you. But any of those things, to whether it's type it, to even just start writing a little bit, it doesn't have to be a lot. Or are you a painter or a drawer? Like, can you do that? Hello, are you there?
You said, am I a teacher?
No.
You asked
so
was I a
are
teacher?
you able to paint or draw?
Yes.
Okay. So that's going to be helpful for you as well. So, you know, what I see is you're very clairvoyant. You're able to see a lot of things. Do you do a lot of dreaming right now?
A lot.
Okay. And you see colors?
Yeah.
Okay. Use those colors and start drawing. You know, start drawing what it is that you're feeling, what it is that you've been through that's on your heart. Just start drawing, start being creative. And if you feel as if you can write, just start writing or typing, or even just speaking those things that you've been through. And what that's going to do is going to help draw out all of that old energy, all those things that are clouding everything, so that you can't. So it's keeping you from being able to receive new energy, receive your next steps, those aha moments. So it's important for you to draw that all out. So to bring that all out in the open, you know, in whatever way of communicating that you can do to bring it all out in the open. Okay? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
So it's more. So that's going to help. That's going to be your first step to get it all out. All those things that you've kept bottled in. That's that old energy that you need to really just bring it all out. Okay. And yes, it's going to be emotional at times, and it's not going to be easy. But it's going to be so important for you because it's going to help you to really find that clarity on what it is that you need to write, what it is that you need to do when it comes to your next step. Okay? Did you have any other questions? Hello? Hello, are you still there? All right, I think we'll come back if you're still on, okay? All right, so let's go to our next caller. We have area code 258 or 256. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Kimberly. I'm calling from Georgia.
Hi, how are you, Kimberly?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. So how can I help you today? What is it that you have to share?
I would like to share what I got today because today's my birthday.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. What I actually really learned is what you focus on grows. Because if you keep focusing on where you are, that's what you're going to stay. Because that's the law of attraction. You have to focus on your desires and where you want to go, because that's where the power is going to go to create.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, did you have a question? A specific question?
Just when it comes to having a career I love, or even something outside of a job, I just want to know, like in the work field in my life, how to navigate it, I guess, more than anything.
Yep. So I have Archangel Samuel and Archangel Gabriel stepping forward. The first, Archangel Gabriel especially, wants you to really just communicate, whether it's writing, whether it's talking to someone else, on what it is that you really want. It's going back to what it is that you told me in the past about what it is that you wanted. So don't be afraid to go back to that. Now, yes, it's going to be looking a little bit different because of COVID, but it's, this year is about reshifting. It's about refocusing, and also about really rebuilding what it is that you really want. It's just going to look a little bit differently. So what has come in for you when it comes to those thoughts on how to make those things that you really want work? And I know you've had those thoughts. So does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. So, even though we had COVID and it may not seem like it would work, know that it can definitely work. That dream that you have is still there for you. It's just going to look a little bit different on how it is that you operate, or how it is that you present it. So you just have to think outside of the box. And, it's all there. You've actually had those thoughts, and you've shared them with me before. It's just you have to bring it back up and say you can still do it. Even though, even though society may look a little grim at this point, and it doesn't look, whereas you can, go wherever you want and travel wherever you want, and that may look differently, but to know that that dream of yours, that what it is that you really want, is still there and still meant for you. So how is that going to look a little bit differently? How are you supposed to reshift and refocus that? Okay?
Uh-huh.
So you know what it is that you need to do.
Okay.
That's what they're sharing with me. Just focus, keep focus on that, what it is that you really want. And I know that you're doing some studies, right? Some studying, education.
Well, I'm supposed to be going to school. Well, I start school in January. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. So, yeah, just keep with that. Focus on that, because that is going to be a big part of what it is that you're meant to do. So, don't lose focus on that. It just may look a little different on how it is that you study, but to know that that is part of your big picture. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Did you have anything else? Any questions?
Do you think I'm going to stay in the same date for a while? Do you see me moving?
That I'm not positive on.
Okay.
But yes. So that is actually up to you, though, also, when it comes to what it is that you see yourself doing when it comes to those next steps with your career, with your business. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You are very welcome. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. You do the same.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. So we have time for a couple more callers here. Let's actually go back. Let's go to our next caller here. We have area code 347. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Tamika, and I'm calling from Long Island, New York.
Hi, Tamika. How are you today?
Good, thanks. I just wanted to know, do you see me home for a while? If because I just stopped working at a job I was trying to leave for a while, and now I'm just kind of in the state where I don't know if I should be working or should I just take this time. I have to work, obviously, but I don't know if I should be working soon. If I don't work soon, will I be financially okay? Meaning, will I be able to collect benefits from my last job, or and be financially okay? Or should I start working soon? And if I should, where do you see me working soon? So that's what I want to know. If I'll be financially okay, if I'll be able to collect benefits from it. It's still up in the air. I applied, but I don't know yet if I'm going to be able to get the benefits financially from my last job, or should I be working somewhere soon? Because I have applied also places because I don't know if I'll get financial compensation for being let go.
So I have Archangel Samuel and Archangel Raphael stepping forward for you. Now, they're both stepping forward because first, we have to remember this energy this month is going to be a little bit slower. So, they're asking you to, take a little bit of a break at this time. But that doesn't mean that they don't want you to do anything. When you are looking for jobs, to look for jobs that excite you, that when you look at it, say, okay, this is something that I really want to do, okay, and not to be focused on your skill sets and your experiences because you already know how to do it, but to really focus on what it is that you want to do. Okay, this is a great time for many people to really refocus on what it is that they truly want when it comes to their passions and desires. So the divine is asking you to look at that too. So it's not going to be, important for you to get a job right away. Okay.
It's not important for you to look for a job right now, but does that mean that I will get unemployment benefits from my last job?
So that is something that I'm not clear about when it comes to those benefits. But what I'm hearing is that, it's not dire for you to, get a job right away. Okay. So to, take that time to really look for that job that you really want. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And so, when it comes to when you look for a job, something that really excites you, not to, settle for a job because you have those skills and the experiences, but to really look at what it is that you really want. And, this year is about that refocusing and reshifting and rebuilding and reinventing yourself. So what is it that you really want to do? And it's going to be there for you. So, just look through that. This month is going to be, that slower energy. So, it's not a rush for you at all. Okay?
Right. I have bills, and I just want to make sure that I'll be okay financially. So do you see me being awarded my benefits from unemployment that I applied for from my last job?
Oh, what I'm hearing, what I am hearing is that you will be taken care of. Okay?
Mhm.
All right. So yeah, I just hope that you have a wonderful weekend, and know that everything is going to work out for you. It's all going to pan out for you. Okay?
Right. Well, one job I had a video interview with today was a job, and they are located in Texas. And I'm wondering, like, should I try that if I'm offered something? Because I, of course, don't have a place to live there. Really don't have money to go. But, of course, I want to move out of New York so bad in Long Island. So I was thinking today, like, if they offer me the job, like, maybe I could stay. The training is on site for 4 weeks. And then they want to go back to the office after the year. Is this something I could do possibly, like maybe rent a hotel near the training site for 4 weeks and try to work there and see if I could get an apartment or someplace to live there if the job is paying well enough. I don't know how much it costs to live there, like by the new year, and work remotely up here in New York till I get someplace to permanently stay there. Is Texas like a dangerous place for me to go? Like, is that something I should try to go for, or not yet? Don't try to move yet. Like, because I don't have a way yet.
So how does this job feel to you?
I mean, the aspect
when you had the
of it,
interview.
The interview was boring, but the job itself looks like it doesn't pay great, but seems nice. Seems like a different thing to do for my last job. It's annoying that I would have to be dealing with customers again, but it would be kind of like remote, which is something I want to kind of get into. So the company is different from the medical field, which is something I want to get away from. So that part of it sounded interesting and good.
Yeah, if it's something that does excite you, and that's something that you really want to try, don't be afraid to go for it. Okay. And just trust that everything is going to work out for you when it comes to, living spaces and, where you're supposed to be. And I'm going to just say this month, because it's a slower month when it comes to energy, there's going to be a little bit of a wait. So, I know it's going to be like, you really want to get, things going, but, Divine is going to be saying you just have to wait a little bit for that perfect timing. So it's going to happen. You just have to be a little bit patient, and really look for that job that really does excite you. Okay. All right. Well, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right.
All right. Let's go to our last caller here, area code 856. Hello, caller. What
Hi,
is
how are you?
Where are you calling from?
Hi, how are you?
All right.
Rosemary from New Jersey.
Hi, Rosemary. How are you today?
Fine, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. So what can I do for you today?
I'm trying to find the right committed relationship. I've been getting strange ones, but I've been out there and it's not the ones I want. None at all. So it's not what I'm attracted, I guess. It's not that. I'm just wondering when is the right one coming, or a job. There's like mix-ups with on the phone interviews, but they canceled it without telling me about it and all that happy stuff. So I'm wondering which way is the positive way going through, because I'm getting annoyed with it. If that makes sense.
Yes. So I have Archangel Samuel as well as Archangel Raphael and Archangel Gabriel stepping forward for you. And they're stepping forward because they want you to first know that you are amazing. That is going to be your affirmation, okay? You are amazing. Now, why they mention this is that because of things that have gone on in your past, when it comes to past relationships, when it came to your childhood, things people have told you that have made you feel you weren't good enough. Does that make sense? Hello?
Yeah, I knew. I gave it right back to them, so I knew it wasn't true. So they didn't know how to answer me back, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So because of those things that you've kind of been ingrained with, like grew up on because of all these people telling you these things, it's that's your limiting belief that you really need to shed and heal from. And so once you do this healing work, journaling is going to be big thing for you, as well as drawing. Are you someone who draws or paints?
No.
No? Have you thought about drawing or painting?
It's not my thing, no.
Okay. Because I this is what I see is, I want to encourage you to maybe get a canvas and just, are you someone who dreams a lot? Do you see things in your dreams? No? Okay.
Occasionally, but not all the time, no.
Okay. So what I encourage a lot of my my clients is to have a journal right next to them or under their pillow for when they're sleeping, because sometimes especially when you first get up, whether it's in the middle of the night or in the morning, it's easy to remember those things that you just dreamed about, especially when you're still kind of hazy when you're, waking up. So I have everyone write down any colors they've seen, anything they remember from their dreams. And sometimes it could go on for a few weeks where they dream the same things, but they see more and more each time. So I want to encourage you to do that. Also, that journal is going to be very helpful for you. Do you wake up in the middle of the night?
Yes, a lot of times. I don't sleep at all.
So a lot of times when it comes to middle of the night and we're woken up in the middle of the night, or we can't sleep in the middle of the night, we have a lot of things in our minds. So I want to encourage you to start writing down those things that come into your mind during those times. Okay? It doesn't have to make sense. What we're doing is a brain dump. So we're just going to release all that old stuff. And a lot of it, what you will notice, has to do with your past and those limiting beliefs that we were just talking about. And so as you do this writing, you're going to see this common denominator come up on when it comes to you being good and not good enough, what other people have told you. So that's going to be that you're going to kind of see that common denominator. And so as you journal, as you write down, as you dump all this old stuff, you're going to get new information that comes in, and that's from Spirit, and that's from the divine, sharing with you, and the angels sharing with you what it is that you need to see and what it is that you need to do. You're going to start getting clarity on your next steps and how it is that you need to really change that mindset that was kind of ingrained in you as you were growing up. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I was taught not to take it and be kind and courteous, so I don't remember anything that was told, anything bad about me. I don't remember.
Well, it will start to come as you start writing, as you just write down those things that come to you at the moment. And what you can do to start is, ask Archangel Raphael to help you to go through and heal from these limiting beliefs. So you can ask him to be here with you and to trust that he'll be there, as well as Archangel Chamuel. Archangel Chamuel has this great energy when it comes to unconditional love. So they'll both be there to support you through this process. And it is a process. It's not like a one-time thing. And it may take some time, and there may be some emotions that come up. But let them come out and write them all down. What it is that you feel, what it is that you've felt before that you feel now as you're writing, and you're just going to write as it comes in. So it doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to be in a certain order, but to just jot it all down, write it all down, and soon enough, as you look back, it's going to start making sense. Okay?
All right, yeah, because what I want and what I don't want, I'm running out of time. That makes sense, too. So I did a lot of changes since I've been back in the U.S., so.
And just know that, just trust and have that faith, and everything is going to work out for you, okay? And if you have any other questions, if you just need help with some of the journaling, you can always reach out to me as well, okay?
All right, cool. Appreciate it.
Right. Well, I hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Thanks, you too.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. All right, so we are we are at the end of our show. But before I ended, I wanted to mention that, this month, like I had mentioned, it is going to be a little bit slower of our energy, but to know that we are still meant to take those next steps. And those next steps come as we clear out all of the old energy, do the healing work. But also, if you've been doing a lot of healing work, it's also important for you to do some rest. Get some rest. Love on yourself. Do that self-care work. Because a lot of times when we're doing those things that we love to do, as we are on this high vibration because we're doing those things that we love, that's when Spirit loves to talk to us, loves to give us those aha moments. But it's more sometimes to really take that break from the healing work, from, just letting go and shedding and really just doing this work. The work is important, but also it's really important for us to really love on ourselves, do those things that we really love to do, and raise that vibration so that you can really, get those messages from the divine. So we are at the end of the show, but I am going to be tomorrow. So I am actually going to be on Mary Brown's show. So tomorrow she will be having her There's a Rock for that show. And I'm going to be the special guest. So be sure to tune in. We'll be on at 11 a.m. Pacific and 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central Time. We will be talking about angels, we'll be talking about crystals, and how they can help you when it comes to your energy as well. So be sure to tune in for that. But I want to thank everyone for joining me today. It's been, we've been doing a lot of work the last couple months. So be sure this month to really take some time for you, take some time to rest, and really be in that mindset of gratitude and thankfulness. I've talked about journaling a lot today. And what you can journal also is what it is that you are grateful for. So, I want to encourage you to do that, as soon as you get up in the morning. Think about at least one thing that you are grateful for and why. And that's going to open you up for more abundance and more things to be grateful for, and it just expands from there. And that's also when a lot of magical things happen as well. So I want to thank everyone for joining me. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. And as always, I am sending you all lots of love and light. And be sure to tune in tomorrow to Mary Brown's show, and I'll be there as well. So talk to you all very, very soon. So bye-bye for now.